What is up, my TickleMe crew? This is Chad here, and welcome guys to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. So today's battle is going to be against Fancy Lilligant. He's a guy from my live stream a few nights ago. And I apologize, dude. I've said this guy's name wrong like so many times. His name is Fance, and I kept calling him France. But clearly there is not an R in his name, so I apologize for that. But Fance, he's actually bringing a really cool team. He's using Pokemon that is not like on every single team that you face. He's actually using some stuff that's not really used as much, which I really appreciate that. He's using the Darmanitan, Weavile, Cobalion, Togekiss, Mega Slowbro, and oh my god, every time I see Mega Slowbro I cringe, because this thing is such a problem. It's so hard to play around, because it's so damn bulky, and you can't even crit the thing because of its ability. It's such a hard Pokemon to take down. Plus, looking at my team, I don't really have anything that can Toxic this thing. So the Mega Slowbro is probably the biggest thing on his team that really kind of hinders my team. And finally, he's bringing the Espeon. While looking at my team, I'm actually using a Pokemon that I never thought I would ever use because I hate Landorus. Every time I see a Landorus, I just want to run from the battle because every time I face a Landorus, it always does work against me. It's such a hard Pokemon to deal with for me for some reason. But I'm actually using a not-so-standard Landorus. This is actually a special set, and most Landorus are either defensive or physically attacking. But mine's actually a special attacker, plus it's not the Calm Mind set. I'm actually running a move that's not so standard, but you'll see that later in the match. So I'm running Landorus, Registeel, Mega Aerodactyl, Espeon as well, Azumarill, and the Galvantula. So this battle was really fun. Thank you so much for an awesome match, and I hope you guys will enjoy the show. So the battle begins, and Fance decides to lead off with his Espeon while I lead off with my Landorus. Now, I'm going to switch out here because I obviously can't bluff the Choice Scarf if he's faster than me. So I switch out. I'm going to go into Reginald, my Registeel here, to take whatever attack he wants to go for. My opponent makes a great play by going for the Reflect, so now his team has double defense. And I also make a really stupid play here by going for the Earthquake. I thought he would switch out to his Darmanitan, and the Earthquake would have done a nice chunk, but he actually goes for the Light Screen. And so now his team's defense and special defense are doubled. So that's really scary for me. So he's going to go for the Yawn there as I go for the... I do make a smart play. I go for the Seismic Toss on the next turn. And that does a decent chunk to the Espeon. He's going to switch out. And obviously I'm going to have to switch out as well because I do not want my Registeel being put to sleep from that Yawn. So I'm going to switch out on his Togekiss. I'm actually going to go into my Espeon here. And on the first turn, I go for the Protect here just to scout out what he wants to go for. He actually makes a questionable play here. He goes for the Thunder Wave. Now, I'm not sure why he did that, but he switches out on the next turn as I just go for the Psyshock. Had he landed that Thunder Wave, it actually wouldn't have mattered because I do have the Magic Bounce on this Espeon, so he actually would have Thunder Waved himself. So I'm a little bit bummed that I went for the Protect there on that first turn. But he brings out Darmanitan, it takes a Psyshock, it does a decent chunk to Darmanitan. I go for the Protect just to scout out what he wants to lock himself into, because I am pretty sure that this Darmanitan is choiced in some way, though I'm not sure what if he's banded or scarfed. But he's just going to go for the Flare Blitz as I bring in my Azumarill, and judging by that damage, I was thinking that he's banded, because that just does way too much damage from a resisted hit. And right here, I screw up again, and I should have gone for the Aqua Jet. It possibly would have killed, but I went for the knockoff thinking he might actually switch out. But unfortunately, he's going to take out my Azumarill, so I am thinking he's banded from that damage because that was a resisted hit, guys. And Azumarill's pretty bulky. So I'm just going to bring out my Aerodactyl here. I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I was actually thinking I would outspeed him because, as I said, I thought he was banded. But he actually outspeeds me. So that leads me to believe that now he is Scarfed. So wow, that Flare Blitz did so much damage and he's not even banded. And the recoil's going to take him down to the red. I went for the Iron Head on the off chance he wanted to switch out, but clearly he didn't. And it really doesn't matter because it takes out the Darmanitan either way. So right here, my opponent's going to bring out Durr, and that's going to turn out to be his Mega Slowbro. Now, this thing is a huge problem, and I don't know really what my team can do to this guy. And I kind of messed up here. I should have switched out into my Galvantula, but I go for Earthquake for whatever reason as he sets up the Calm Mind. Had I gone to Galvantula, I actually could have scared him out, and that would have kept him from getting all these Calm Minds up. But I make it really oh wait, no I don't, never mind. I thought I stayed in again for some reason. But I do actually decide to switch out into Galvantula here, as my opponent does go for a second Calm Mind on the switch. So now he's at +2 special attacks, +2 special defense. So now not only is he bulky on the defensive side, but he's also bulky on the specially defensive side. I go for the Thunder. It's super effective because Slowbro is a water type, and it actually does a pretty good chunk of damage. As my opponent gets really greedy, he goes for a third Calm Mind. But unfortunately for him, he is not going to be able to live a second Thunder from my Galvantula. This Galvantula is actually not a standard set either. It's actually fully offensive, so it doesn't even have Sticky Web. I just kind of wanted to try it out for the lulz, I guess. But he's going to bring out Death Cat, which is his Weavile. Now, I actually switch out here because I don't want to take an Ice Shard, and I kind of want to leave my Focus Sash intact. And I'm pretty sure that he's got a Focus Sash as well. So I'm just going to bring out Reginald again as he goes for the Icicle Crash. And Reginald's going to take that like a boss because it is a resisted hit. Look at that damage. It does like nothing, and that was a crit. So Reginald, this Registeel actually has no EVs in defense, so that just tells you how bulky this thing is. And I see that he's actually Life Orbed rather than Focus Sashed. Now he makes a great play. He goes for the low kick. For whatever reason, I was actually not expecting the low kick, even though my Weavile carries it as well, but I didn't think he had that, but it does so much damage to Reginald. And I'm in the red now. I do get Leftovers Recovery, which puts me into the, I guess, yellow range. He goes for an Ice Shard expecting it to kill, and it doesn't kill because Reginald's so bulky. And I got off a Thunder Wave there, which actually is going to come into play later in the game, you'll see. But that was extremely important. I go for the Stealth Rocks there, just, I don't know. It's late game Stealth Rocks. Doesn't really matter at this point, I don't think. But he's actually going to switch out. He goes into his Espeon for whatever reason. And he actually could have taken me out by just going for another low kick. But he's going to bring in Espeon. It's going to die to my Seismic Toss. So again, not really sure why he did that. He let his Espeon die for no reason. He definitely could have let that thing stick around for a while. But, oh well. So now he's going to bring out Get Flinched, the Togekiss, and this thing's also a problem because it likes to paraflinch. And he goes for the Air Slash, and Reginald hangs on again. Reginald he just doesn't want to die. But I get some more Leftovers Recovery, I get back up to 43 HP, and he goes for the R-Sphere, and unfortunately this is where Reginald goes down. But oh my god, Reginald is so bulky, he just refused to die. So right here, I'm going to go back into Victor, the Galvantula, and I'm going to scare him out with a Thunder, because, I mean, he's obviously going to want to switch out because he doesn't want to take a super effective Thunder. But he's going to go out into his Cobalion, and it's going to take like 1 HP of damage from the Stealth Rocks. That's like nothing. And I unfortunately missed my Thunder, so I'm going to switch out here. I'm not really sure what Cobalion can really do. I've never really encountered one before. But he actually goes for the Calm Mind as well, so now this thing's really bulky. And he's going to keep getting greedy, and he's going to allow me to get off an Earthquake. And then the Earthquake does so much damage, but unfortunately I don't think it kills. Yeah, it doesn't kill. He's going to go for the Focus Blast. Unfortunately, he lands it, so that is going to be a dead Aerodactyl, of course. And right here, I'm going to go into my Landorus, who I've nicknamed Landon, and I'm going to go straight for the Earth Power. Of course, it's going to kill from that range, plus it's super effective. So that is a dead Cobalion. That's actually a really cool set. I've never really encountered Cobalion before. I might have to try one. But he's actually going to go into his Togekiss again, and right here I get to show off the move that I put on this Landorus. I put Sludge Wave on this Landorus. for fairies, such as this. So obviously that's super effective. It's going to take out the Togekiss, and his last Pokemon is going to be this Death Cat. And right here, the Thunder Wave from earlier comes into play. He actually gets fully parried, and I take him out with, I think, an Earth Power, I think. But yeah, he gets fully paralyzed. I go for the Earth Power, and that's going to take him out, and that is game. So good game, fans. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Leave a like if you did. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you guys in the next video. Toodles.